Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, January 3rd. Can you believe we are in 2022? Hopefully everybody had a happy new year. We talked since Christmas. We've got cold weather here in the Midwest in Illinois. We got about 4 inches of snow on Saturday, New Year's Day, and then temperatures dropped and it got cold. Hi, Roseanne. Thanks for joining. So, not a whole lot. We had a good Christmas this past weekend with my kids. They were both here with all of their family. So we had a good time and we celebrated our Christmas. So now I am ready for all of the decorations to be put away, though Tony's not quite ready. So today was a day, like I said, cold weather, and I got ready to go to work after 2 weeks off, and my car wouldn't start this morning. So I had to deal with that, and insurance, roadside assistance. That wasn't fun, but we're all fixed. We have a new battery, and my car is starting again. So yay, that's a good thing. So hi, Sharon. Hi, Jackie. I'm trying to think who else. Debbie Cox, Roseanne, Tammy, I think I saw on. So thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah. Home safe and sound after I had to have the car jumped a second time at work because I was dumb and didn't know that you couldn't let it run and drive it for a short distance and turn it off and expect it to start again in a half an hour. So Beth looks like she's new. Thank you for joining. Linda Vanderspool's here tonight. Yay! She stayed awake. Okay, so tomorrow is the big day. Spring mini catalog begins. Celebration begins. So it's a big, big day in the stamping world. I'm trying to think of some of the goodies. You know what? Let's just turn the camera down and I can't show you the catalog yet. I forgot until tomorrow. But let's go ahead and turn down and we'll go ahead and get started. So give me a minute here. Let's turn you this way, down flat, get my camera down. All right, close your eyes again. Here we come up. All right, zooming right up in the stand. Let's get the cord out of the way. All right, let's see where we're at. Get things situated here. All right, let me get up on the screen so that I can see your comments. Okay, we have lots of you. Jackie's here, Sharon's here. Glenda, hi, thanks for joining. Yes, happy 2022. Okay, sneak peek things out of the way. So, first things first, reminder again to share the videos, share the YouTubes, comments on here, ask your friends to join. It's all about the fun and how many more people we can get to join in on all of the fun. So this week's shares, Linda Vanderspool is the winner of that. Linda, I will mail you this package of opal rounds. Thank you so very much for sharing and commenting. And then I have a package of the cute stars from the holiday catalog. And those are going to Sharon Levodnik out in Delaware. And then I decided to draw one more name out. And so Nancy Spears, I will have a little gift that I will pop in the mail to you, not Spears, Nancy Sears. I will have a little goodie that I will pop in the mail to you this week also. Okay, so like I said, tomorrow begins the spring mini catalog, and I've kind of been sharing some things out of it with you, and then it's also the start of Celebration. Celebration's a great time for customers, for demonstrators, for hostesses. It's a fabulous time to join to become a demonstrator, or as we like to call it, a discount shopper. Becoming a demonstrator and getting the starter kit does not mean that you have to be crazy wild and stay up all night long like I do. That's my choice and that's what I love to do. But you can be a discount shopper, kind of like Costco and Sam's. Basically, you pay $99 for the starter kit or the membership into the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Club, and you get to choose $125 in whatever you want. Plus, you get to choose, the celebration special is any 2 stamp sets of your choice out of the Spring Mini or out of the annual catalog. You cannot choose Hostess stamp sets or celebration sets, but you can choose any other. So some of those stamp sets are $25, $30, $35. You can choose those as one of your free or 2 of your free stamp sets in your starter kit. As a hostess, there is a free stamp set that you get for a $300 workshop or party or orders. So it's a great time for everybody. Okay, so let's set those off to the side. I will be sending out my email with my January classes and get those posted onto my Facebook page also. So keep an eye out for those. I really kind of took a little downtime over the holidays, and so I wasn't as prepared to start January. Hi, Annie. Thanks for joining. Helen says, what time does ordering start? I have to go back and look. I believe it's 5 a.m. Central Time. It may be 4 a.m., but definitely bright and early tomorrow morning. It is not a midnight type thing. If I remember right, it is 3 o'clock Mountain Time, which would be 4 a.m. our time. So I will be getting up bright and early tomorrow morning so that I can get my order placed. Tina and I have been busy working on Retreat, our Stampin' Sisters Retreat in March. So I have orders that I have to get placed so that we can start cutting and get all that fun stuff done. Okay, tonight we are going to, and I kind of showed you this last week, Sweet Conversations is one of the new stamp sets. It's actually a full suite in the holiday or in the Spring Mini catalog. And so everybody says, oh, it's such, Valentine's Day is such a Hallmark holiday. I don't know. I just think it's fun to be able to tell people that you like them, that you love them, that they're cute, that they're your BFF. So it's just fun to be able to do fun little things for Valentine's Day. Annie, I will go back and repeat at the end, okay? So I decided tonight that we're going to use this. I am going to do a class, possibly a game night class in January, towards the end of January, using this suite, the designer paper. There's ribbon, there's iridescent pearls, or rhinestones, just all kinds of fun things. So tonight I was looking quick, trying to find something fun to make. And I came across a card that was designed, and I got to find my paper, was designed by Julianne Richards from Australia. And I loved the way this looked, but of course I didn't want to just copy hers, and you absolutely can. But I decided, I like to do 3D type projects, gifty type projects. So I decided to do a box that you could get a big cookie to put in for Valentine's Day. You could fill it with some chocolates. You could make some cards, smaller type cards to put in it. Okay, so I'm going to do what I sometimes do to you, and you're not going to see what the project is before we get started. I told you it's a box, but that's all you get to know right now. Okay, so we are going to start with a 1-inch, no, good Lord, a 4x4 basic white, okay, 4x4. And we are going to use tear and tape. And I just realized I didn't bring my ruler over, but that's okay. I can do it this way too. So we're going to take some tear and tape, and I'm going to measure it a little longer than my piece of paper. And I am going to go down to about 1 1/8. Each of these squares is 1/4 inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is an inch. Halfway between is 1 1/8. So I'm going to take my tear and tape, and I'm going to put it at about 1 1/8. And then I'm going to go across, and I'm going to line it up on the other side. And then we're going to push it down. And then we're going to take another piece of tear and tape. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and an 1/8. So we're going to take this one. And it looks like I'm not quite in the middle where I should be, but this still works great. Okay? Push them down real good. Lift this up. Oh, off of my paper. And then we're going to go ahead and trim the extra off. I want this tear and tape to go all the way to the edge of my paper, which is why I did bigger pieces to hang over a little bit. Okay, now we're going to take that top part off so that we're exposing the sticky. And then we're going to turn it so that the tear and tape we just put down is up and down. And then we're going to take another piece of tear and tape. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and an 1/8. So about halfway through there. And we're overhanging it off from the cardstock. And then we're going to do it again one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and about a half. Okay, and then we're going to come across, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to trim it off. Okay, so you're just going to cut those off. All right. Make sure it doesn't stick to my table here. Okay, and then, well, darn it, I got stickies everywhere. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and take the tape off from those two, or the covering off from those two, so that we're exposing all of the stickies. Okay, and then something we haven't used in a really long time. Yes, I know, Linda. And my my silicone mat is right over here to the side of me. Okay, I should have just stuck it onto there. All right, so now I just have a piece of scratch paper. I'm setting my basic white with my tape on it. And I have black embossing powder. Okay, and so I'm just going to dump black embossing powder all over the tear and tape. And we want to make sure that it's all covered really, really good. Don't ask me where I got this little spoon years and years ago. I'm sure it was in a craft store someplace. It's not something Stampin' Up! Carried. Okay, all right, now let's flick it off. And let's just make sure that we've got a really good coat on. Okay. Okay, miss our embossing buddy, although it would be hard to get the embossing buddy on here and get our tear and tape to stick. Okay, oops, let's get that out of the way. Okay, I have a couple of little dots in here, and I can see I did not get this real straight, but it's still going to work just fine. Okay, then I've got a clipboard, and I put some tin foil on it as kind of just a reflective. It helps heat faster this way. Okay, so let's scoot it a little bit. Okay, I keep all the spoons you get with the sample foods in the grocery store. Oh, there you go. That's a great idea. Oh, that was what I was going to show you too, is the embossing powder. They've made some changes. It's in the annual catalog. It's on page 128, and we now sell it in groupings. So there's two different groupings. There's one that is the metallics, copper, gold, and silver. And then there's another one that's black, clear, and white. You get all three colors in one item number for $18. So it ends up being $6 per jar. Okay. And then, yeah, I have some that I keep in containers like this. Some I keep in the jar, and then I dump it onto white paper and just put it back in. Okay. Now we're going to use the heat tool, and it's going to take a little bit, but we are just going to heat this, and it kind of changes a little different than just regular when you're using Versamark, but you can still kind of see as it gets shiny. And then, like I said, the tin foil gives it a reflective so that it heats a little bit faster. Okay, and so we're just going to go through. This is going to take just a little bit, but I figured I could have had one done for you ahead of time, I guess. But anybody have a clue as to what we're making? Okay, remember, we're using the Sweet Conversation stamp set. So it's kind of for Valentine's Day. Okay, I don't see any guesses. I guess while I'm doing this, Annie, I can go back and kind of repeat. Tomorrow starts the Celebration and Mini catalog. Those of you who got catalogs from me should have had a sheet of coupons in there. So you can start using that with tomorrow. Any orders placed in January, you can use one of the coupons. It doesn't have to be coupon 1. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 with a minimum $50 order. But Celebration, you get to choose, with every $50, you get to choose a free item from the Celebration catalog. If your order is $100, there are 2 different items in there that require a $100 order. So you could choose one of those. An amazing stamp set called Special Moments, and then a bundle, Friendly Hello, that is a stamp set and a package of designer paper, and they're both fabulous. And then there are 3 or 4 stamp sets along with 3 or 4 designer papers to choose from, and they're all amazing. So you can do that. Okay, now I'm just going to take this, and keep in mind that all of the metal gets hot, so just be really careful when you're touching that. Okay, and it feels pretty good. What I'm doing is checking to make sure that it's not rubbing off, because as you can see, it still kind of maintains that little glittery type look to it. Okay, so, and yes, you are all correct. It looks like Tammy Korzik. I can't comment. It looks like a tic-tac-toe board. And yes, that is exactly what it is. Okay, so now let's pull the stamp set back in here. Out of the stamp set, we're going to use the X, but we're going to use the heart. We're going to use the short little fat heart compared to the little longer, skinnier heart. Okay, and so we're going to use Real Red and not basic black, Memento. So first, I'm going to start with the Real Red and the heart. And I think, yeah, that'll work. Okay, and so we're going to start with a heart up in the top. And then we're going to put a heart in the middle. Playing tic-tac-toe. Oh, got a little. Okay, and then we're going to put one down here. And the final heart down here. And that's all we need with that heart stamp and with the Real Red. And then we're going to pull the Memento in here and our X. And we're going to stamp an X and an X and an X. X. The X's are winning. Got hearts and kisses, right? Okay. How cute is that? All right. And then I have a piece of 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 basic black. So we're just going to adhere it to that. And then we're going to build our box. Okay, so, and again, that's just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So you have like a 1/16 of an inch on all 4 sides. Okay, now we're going to set that off to the side. And we're going to do our box base first. And that measures 6 7/8 square. And I scored it at 1 1/4. Okay, we're going to pull that right in here so you can keep an eye on that. That's the base. 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. And we're going to score it at 1 1/4 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, so, and it's hard to see the score lines. I did the score lines already. And then I notch out just a little bit in that corner so that it takes the bulk out when you go to fold them. And then, okay. And then we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to crease it on all the score lines. Okay, and then, and I'm just using my seal. You can use the tear and tape that we used earlier. You can use the green glue, or you can use the Seal Plus. But this seal is pretty strong unless you're putting something really heavy in it. Okay, get the glue goobers out of there. Okay. And then you're just going to fold on all 4 little tabs to create your box. And just like that, you have your base. See, you could get a big cookie, you could get a heart cookie and stick inside of there. You could make the tic-tac-toe on the inside out of basic white cardstock and then put 9 little chocolate covered caramels or whatever your treat is. Okay, now we're going to take a piece of real red that is 6 1/2 inches by 6 1/2 inches. Okay, so again, right here, 6 1/2 by 6 1/2, scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And so again, we're going to do the exact same thing. We are going to cut on all 4 tabs. Okay, and the last one. And let's get those all out of the way. Okay, before we start folding and scoring, we are going to go ahead and assemble this piece onto the top. Makes it a little easier to be able to push it down. Okay, so you're just going to center it between the score lines. And no, there's no dimensionals yet, but we will have some coming. Okay, and so then again, we're going to fold it on all the score lines. Oops, threw that right out of the way. And then again, we're going to just put adhesive on all 4 of those tabs. I'm getting myself down a little too far, aren't I? Okay, and we're going to just create our box lid. And our box lid should be about 1/8 of an inch bigger than what our box is. So we're going to pull our box in and let's see how we did. Yes. Okay, so it's about 1/4 of an inch longer, taller, so that you can kind of see the black and the red. Okay, and then I took a piece of real red and I stamped Happy Valentine's Day with Versamark, and then I heat embossed it with the white embossing powder. Okay, and so then I'm going to trim that just a little shorter. This little piece is 3/8 of an inch, and then I just kind of had a chunk that was a little bit longer than where I was stamping. And so we're going to banner cut the ends of it by going up the middle and then from the point to the middle. Thanks, Annie. That's what I was saying is I am going to have a class at the end of January that will be using the Sweet Conversation suite so that you are all ready for Valentine's Day. I haven't decided for sure yet. I may do a game night along with the class. It may be a Zoom class instead of an in-person. That's kind of where I'm playing right now with all of these lovely COVID numbers. And to just kind of give us a little ease back into our stamping fun. And in this class, we will make 2 to 3 cards and 3 to 4 3D type projects. And this could be one of them or something similar to this that we'll make in the class. And then we may possibly play a couple of rounds of games where there will be prizes for people. Okay, so here's our box. We added that to the top as in tic-tac-toe. I know this one doesn't have like 3 hearts or whatever, but it still kind of gives you that visual. And it's got the shiny sparkle for Tammy with the black embossing powder. Okay, this one I think is one of the older embossing powders, so you may get a little different look with yours at this point because the newer is a little bit different, but it's a nice, the box is about a 4.5 inch, just under a 4.5 inch box. So you could line up rows of Hershey nuggets. In fact, I just so happen to have a bag of those here. Okay, and so you could even stack them. Nope, they will go literally. You could wrap these things, stamp hearts on basic white and put those in. You could even do the X's and O's or X's and hearts on the basic white and wrap your candy bars and then put one final row across here. Look at how cute that is. Take up a little bit of space with the other paper, but all kinds of things that you could put inside of there. You could fill it full of love notes. Just lots and lots of fun different things. Okay, so a reminder again, and Becky White from Kentucky, thank you. I see you already shared the video and I truly appreciate that. I will have some prizes again next week. This would be a good thank you box for attending Bruce's baptism. That would be an awesome. There you go, Tammy. How many of those are you going to make? Because that would be really cute. And you could find another word even to stamp on it. It's just a lot of fun. So again, remember, I will be doing a class, so watch your email in the next day or two. I'm also working on finalizing the dates. I am going to do I'm calling it a celebration party. And what that amounts to is you send me an email that you want to participate in it. And you just send me or place online with a host code that I will have created for this celebration party. You place a $100 order. You get to choose 1 or 2, depending what you want, items out of the celebration brochure. And each person that participates, what I do is I take the Hostess Rewards and I share them. So I will do drawings. There will be gift certificates to use between $15 and $40. One lucky person will get to choose, or 2, depending how many orders we get, a half price item. And I can't show you, but the Calming Camellia in the celebration brochure, it's a Hostess exclusive item. That will also be one of the prizes. Plus, I'm also giving away card kits to make 4 cards to each person who participates. So again, keep an eye out for that email in the next day or so. I'm hoping maybe I can get it finished yet tonight so that anybody who wants to place an order right away tomorrow can do so. I'm just trying to finalize the dates on when the orders are due on this one. Okay, so for tonight, that is everything. I will see you guys back again next Monday, which will already be January 10th. Okay, so everybody have a great night. If you have any questions about Celebration, if you are interested in the Discount Shopper membership, just let me know and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Okay, so have a great night and we'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.